So y'all know I'm just out here scrolling the internet streets, child. When I saw this, right? Where on-site posted, a woman says her date joked about taking her life during a hike in an area she had never been before. Y'all go on dates to isolated areas with people you don't know? Isn't that relationship type activities? Ain't no date taking me on no hike. In the woods, in the bushes, in a park. So, but take to each your own. Do as you please. I won't judge. All right. So, woman says her date joked about taking her life. You're in a hike in an area she'd never been before. I can't stop saying it because I just cannot believe that you guys are going to dates on hikes. That's crazy. Public areas for these brand new dates. There are sickos, psychos, and crazy people out here. Anyway, so I guess this would be her TikTok. And she posted a timeline of things. She says, that one time my date joked about taking my life in an area I'd never been before. I can't keep up, but I'm too embarrassed to say anything. So she's showing a video of him jogging in front of her and she can't keep up. And then, as you guys can see right here, the moment where I wasn't sure I'd see my parents again. And then he says, this is where I was going to take your life. And then he laughed nervously and said, oh my God, did you record that? And then he adds, I was just kidding. And then her dumbass says, I don't know, I kind of want to see him again. I'm going to obviously say it's a joke, a very distasteful, stupid joke. I'm going to say it was a skit because these skits are going rampant on the internet. I want to say it's AI, but it's given art. It might be real, right? But it's definitely a skit because what the I don't know if I kind of want to see him again. It's throwing me. It makes me want to throw her. Again, tell me if you're the type to go on a date to isolated places. First date, he cooks for you and you go to his home type dates. Because you're going to be Jeffrey Dahmer real soon. Anyways, let's hop in the comment section as this is read the comments. And so we're going to read the comments. This is what you guys are saying. See if you guys agree with me as it pertains to this. Okay, let's read what Unside says. A woman is going viral after posting a video from a hiking date that captured a conversation many viewers found very alarming. Now, in the clip, the pair hike into an unfamiliar wooded area when she admits she begins feeling uneasy. Later, sharing that there was a moment she wasn't sure she'd make it home to see her parents again. After asking to stop for a break, they continue walking until they reach a secluded tunnel. While she's still recording, the man points toward the tunnel and says, this is where I was gonna This is where I was gonna take your life. She nervously responds, is it? Moments later, he realizes that she's filming and asks, oh, you recorded that? After she confirms she did, he quickly replies, I was just joking. Now, the video has since gone viral, with many viewers saying they would have ended the date immediately after hearing the comments. The woman later clarified that she believes he was joking and that she's okay. One thing, y'all would see red flags. It will beat you. It will drive over you. The red flags will stick out your eye. But y'all gonna continue. Yeah, y'all gonna stick by him. Cause what? Anyway, so somebody says, please, if you see the signs, don't wait. ABUSC does not get better, it only gets worse. No apology, no promise, and no excuse can undo the harm. You deserve safety, love, and a future free from fear. Reach out, get help. You are never alone. So let's really get into the comment section. Forever Too Short said, I was always told if he tells you that he'll take your life, you need to believe him. I watched too many Lifetime movies growing up. I don't need to watch no Lifetime movies. You say you're gonna take my life. I mean, that ain't something to joke about. How is that funny? How is that a hee ha moment? Hee haw. How is it? I don't see how it is. So yeah. Alana the Empress responded and said, facts. I had an old friend that said there's some truth in every joke. Pisces Intuition responded and said, always. If there wasn't any truth in jokes, they wouldn't be funny. Alana responded and said, my comment went over your head and it shows. They about to argue. Somebody said I was agreeing with you. They about to argue. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is a serious topic. Sophia Clef says, yeah, sure. Go see him again. But make sure you tell your fam to not ask us to contribute to the GoFundMe. It's there's some DEATHS that happen, and it's just like you could never think about to donate to this stupid. There's some debts that is just dumb, and if this was to turn out to be one, this would definitely be one of them. It'd be one of those, you know. Y'all gonna hop on and talk about don't blame the victim, do not victim blame, do not victim shame. Oh my god, it's gonna be a learning curve. A learning. She would be a definite a training manual for people to not be stupid because you was out there in the middle of the woods and he cracked that joke and you want to keep dating him and then he did it. How many times do you hear people taking their partners into these on these hikes into these places and pushing them off cliffs and all types of stuff? Oh, okay. Well, that's not her. I she's not my relative. She's not me. I'm not her, and she can do whatever she wants. Just Cashmere says survival instincts of a effing penny. Nah, I think pennies have more survival instincts. Yeah, because people be finding pennies everywhere. I don't think we was gonna find her. Stupid ass. Haim says you can tell she doesn't have a drop of sense. Somebody say a wilted lettuce. Actually, she's not dumb as a penny. She's dumb as a wilted lettuce. She don't have no sense. Just Cashmere said not none, and the audacity to say she wants to see him again. Listen, it's her life, her choices. She's free to do that, and I'm free to judge after. I know people say you shouldn't judge, but we are allowed to assess situations, and that's literally what judging is assessing situations, discerning to see if this person, this situation, this area, this thing is for me, and then if it's not, I'm allowed to walk away. And this is definitely one thing that I wouldn't need to walk away from because I wouldn't have been there. The fuck, who going on a damn hike? This is relationship things. There's some things you want to do in a relationship, and going on a hike in the woods is one of them. And even then, you still got to be careful because men are pushing wives off cliffs. Where's the one where the dude pushed his wife off the cliff and she lived to go testify on him in court? He swore she had passed on too. When he heard that they were working on her, he was like, "Oh shit, I ain't did it." Somebody said, just Cashmere said, "You actually be onto something, and Lord forgive me, but if he succeeds, they better not waste not one resource, not one, not even a whole thing, just a piece of it, because she just blew mine. If ever a time to give somebody a donkey of the day, this would be it." They say, Charlemagne, hop in this one. You have to give her a donkey of the day. I ain't gonna hold you. There's some dumber than her, but I don't even want to call the lady dumb because I don't know her. Somebody said, "Don't insult a penny in that way." That's exactly what I said. Don't you dare. Don't you ever. Somebody said pennies are no longer even in rotation. Listen, people are just flabbergasted. Somebody said, "Nah, for real. Only smart thing she did was take her phone out, and even then, she ain't get a clear photo of his face, so that don't even count." And that's why I believe it's a skit. Because technically, okay, that happened, but she don't have a face. There's nobody that you guys can go cancel. There's nobody that you guys can re. She just wanted to go viral. And this is a terrible way to go viral. The ways, they said that you have negative and positive ways for publicity, and some people are willing to go any route, negative, positive. They're willing to flash they coochie out. You know what I mean? I'll only take the positive. The negative can stay. Now, mind you, you want to come hop in my comments and I don't care. That ain't gonna do nothing to me. But I mean, to put myself on the map because of negativity, because that's dumb. I'm not doing that. And I think this is one of the ways she just wanted to go viral because this definitely something that people would look at. And the ending would definitely have us talking because I'm talking about it right now. Once I posted it, you know what I mean? Alana says, "And girl, why the F would you go on a date in the woods just goofy?" Okay, so it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. This is married, deep in relationship, deep in love things, and even then you have to keep your head on a swivel because people have taken partners into the woods for whatever reason. Don't want the relationship to end, and instead of just ending the relationship, they prefer to just end you. Okay, so people that run jokes about taking your life, you need to be careful with them for that reason. Because right now they're running the joke that they'll take your life, but they might really take your life, and they might not take it right now, but they might in the future when things ain't working out. Look at these men and women that are taking the whole family out. Exactly. All right. Somebody responded and said, with a white tea man at that. Black people gonna learn one day. Brim and Key says, thank you. I'm sick of it. Somebody said she want to date a white tea boy, right? Somebody says taking her black behind out there at a time like this done pissed me cleaned up off. Somebody says goofy as F. Of all the places, beach, the woods. You could went to a coffee shop. You could went to fine dining, 5 Michelin. You could have took a walk around a well-lit, well-populated park in front of many people, not in the bushes. But you're in the woods with some guy that's running a joke about taking your life, and you gonna meet him again? Meet him in his shed on his 100-acre land in the middle of nowhere. Perfect date. Somebody say they do anything for they do anything. El Jefe says, "Oh my God, did you record that? Is why he didn't do it." Honestly, I don't think that's why he didn't do it. Because all you had to do was do it and take the phone. That's not hard. You know what I mean? Which is why I'm saying it's a skit. So Squirrel said they came here to say exactly that. The phone is why she didn't do it, but he could overpower her. Listen, men are stronger than women. Unless a woman is skilled, she took self-defense classes, she has some form of martial arts, some MMA, some boxing, um, da da da, you know what I mean? And she's going up against an opponent that doesn't have any of those skills and don't even know that she has those skills, because let me tell you, surprise sometimes is a weapon that you can use. And she got that fight in her, yeah. But to go toe to toe with a man, men have testosterone. Their muscle mass is just different. He could definitely overpower her. And all he had to do is do what he did and take the phone. It's a skit. Somebody said, well, she wants to go another date with him. So listen, we're glad for her. Claps for her. No GoFundMe for her either. Claps for her, but no GoFundMe for her. Somebody said he wanted you to run and scream so he could make a game out of it unaliving you. You took the fun out of it for him by recording it. You do have people like that. Somebody said, if any reason she isn't found, we know this time. She knew what could possibly happen. Jackie says, being black going hiking with a white tea man you just met is crazy. It don't matter if the person is white tea. It don't matter if the person is Caucasian. It doesn't matter if the person is Hispanic, Asian, okay? It doesn't matter the ethnicity, the nationality, the race. None of that matters. It's the fact that you are going into the woods with somebody that you do not know. Going to a well-populated place. And even if you go to a restaurant, you still have to watch your food and your drink. You can't just get up from the table and go to the bathroom and come back and take a sip. You might wake up passed out with no DRAWS, and mind you, you left out with it, with every hole you got aching, including your ears. Like, come on now. Come on. It's not even a race thing. It's just a common sense thing. But common sense is not common. Somebody saying, especially in 2026, it's always been like that. The real the pepper Donna says, hiking is not a date, and joking about harming someone is not funny. Exactly. Hiking is something that a married couple, or people that are in long-term committed relationships do together. That's not something that you go on first time meeting, or pause. If it's gonna be a first date, pause. The guy is a hiker. You are a hiker, and you met hiking. And even then, I'm not going on a hiking with you, bro, because I still don't know you. So no, I take it back. I take it completely back. We both love hiking, yes. But guess what? We're gonna bond over that after we have completely bonded. After we see that there is actual compatibility between us. After I know you and I see a long-term possibility here, then we can start doing relationship things, and then I'll go hiking with you. Even though I hike by myself and you hike by yourself. Going if there's a crowd of people, if there's other people, then and even then I'm not going. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said hiking is a date. The other part is correct. So she said hiking is not a date, and joking about harming someone is not funny. He said hiking is in fact a date, but joking about harming somebody is never funny. Groucho says no, it's not. Who the F takes a woman hiking on a first, second, or even a fifth date? Hell, at this point, if you're married and your husband asks you, you better see that as a red flag too. If he's never asked you to go hiking and then out of the blue, it's babe, let's go hiking in the middle of nowhere. Nah, bro, ski. Exactly. Because remember, So many stories. We can go look them up of dudes taking their wives out there and pushing them off cliffs. One dude hit her with a rock upside her head. Like, it's crazy. While she was in court testifying, because this was recent that the court case happened, I think, because I saw it. Her head was shaped all kinds of funny because she got hit with the rock up in her head. And there was all types of surgeries or whatever they had to do. All these things happening. If out of the blue he wants to go hiking, I'm gonna assume he took out insurance on my life. I'm gonna assume he up to something. Especially if I know him and know he ain't even a hiking type. Jabba. I'm not going to hiking with nobody. Not going hiking with nobody. Definitely not a first, second, third, or 50. That's some long term in a relationship. We both are into hiking type of stuff. Somebody says, if you're sporty like me, then we do. First dates is what you like, not what people say it is. I guess. I had a first date, horseback riding before, and helicopter ride. Ma'am, you two weren't isolated. Why can't people just. Okay, let me be kind. Ma'am, why can't people just realize and be able to do comparisons and stay within the parameters? Ma'am, horseback riding, you had to get the horse from somewhere. I'm sure you wasn't just by yourself. You probably went to a equestrian, right, and ride a horse. There's other people there. Uh, and if you didn't, you're dumb. And okay, let me not call you dumb. You're just like this lady. The helicopter ride, you're not in a helicopter by yourself. There's the driver, and I think there's gonna be a co-pilot too. I said the driver. Don't stop at all, right? But yeah, I'm not going on anything or anywhere where it's just gonna be us. I would go ATV. I'm not going ATV riding on a first date. You want to know why? A first date is us sitting down, having a conversation to see if there is compatibility. For me to get to know your morals, your values, your principles, and then based on that, see if I want to date you. It's not for fun and gimmicks and jokes. And I think that's why so many people end up in relationships that end so badly because you don't know the person that you're dating. This is where when people say vet your partner better, y'all get upset. This is the type of stuff we mean. You want your first date to be something so fun. So you guys are bonding over having fun. Oh my God. But you don't even know the person that you're bonding with. You didn't spend the time to get to know this person's morals, their values, their principles, their mindset on a family, what a family looks like. Do they want children? Do they not want children? You guys build emotional bonds, sexual bonds with people that you don't know, and then find yourself in a toxic relationship because when you come to realization, you guys don't have nothing in common. You guys don't want nothing the same. Now you spending 5 years with somebody that you argue a lot, you have a lot of disagreements, a lot of shouting matches because you guys are not compatible in any way, shape, or form. But you bonded with the person before you got to know the person. Anyways, I'm about to tussle with you, miss. She said, when I date, I'm usually communicating for a minute. If your first date is dinner, good for you. All my first dates require movement. Okay, ma'am. Good for you, miss. Wish you the best. Groucho says, well, you're a guy, that's how you think, I guess. Women should not allow that. Because remember, he said that he's into hiking and stuff, and that is definitely a first date. He says, actually, they should if they're fit. I'm not attracted to women who follow like sheep, anyways. First dates, that's dinner, movies, or bowling, isn't the type of woman I'm interested in. I usually plan the first date and I tell you where. So either you go or you don't. I relate better when I'm excited. Okay. Like I said, it wouldn't be for me. So shout out to him. My first date can't be a movie. My first date can't be anywhere that is too loud. So you go to a lounge and they playing the music and we can't go there. Our first date can't be no damn strip club. None of that. Because our first date is I'm getting to know you. What am I getting to know? I can't have a conversation with you in the middle of the movie. Shut up. I'm watching the movie. Actually, I might fall asleep halfway through the movie. Good luck. Okay, I promise you I'm going to sleep. I'm bringing a blanket. And as soon as the movie starts, I might fall asleep. But I promise you, if the movie's 2 hours, I did not see an hour good of it before I went to sleep. Okay, a movie's not a date for me because we didn't have a conversation. I don't know you. The first, second, and third date for me is I'm talking to you. No, I'm not grilling you like, you know what I mean? Like, so what you trying to do? No, no. But we're having conversation, nice conversation, good conversation. I'm talking. You're enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying the conversation. We're laughing. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I need that. The first, second, and third date, we need to talk. Because by the first date, sometimes I'm able to tell you, like, you are a phenomenal person, but we're not compatible. Why are we not compatible? Because of A, B, C, and D. I didn't waste your time and you did not waste mine. Simple. And if on the first date, while we're talking on that first date, I realize that we're not compatible, I'll just pay for my meal. I'll tell you. I'll tell you before the check even comes. Say, listen, um, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're not compatible. You are phenomenal. That's if you're phenomenal, right? You're phenomenal. You're amazing. However, you said A, you said B, you said C, and you said D. That's none of the things that I am. Okay, and I don't put myself in predicaments where I'm gonna end up being single or being a single mother, a single parent, because we started off on the wrong foundation, anyways. Okay, we have two different blueprints that we're working with. We want two different things. The architect doesn't know what to draw when it comes to you and I because we're so far off. Okay, and then the builder is definitely going to be confused. We can't build a life together. You know what I mean? So, but to each your own. He says he wants to get to know people on excitement. I don't want to get to know you on excitement. I don't want us to bond over adrenaline and all that extra shit. Nope. We're gonna bond over who are you? Who am I? And we're gonna do it in a very nice way. We're gonna talk. We can take a walk around the park. It doesn't even have to be nothing expensive. So we can walk. It's just we won't be in an isolated place. So we're not going to an isolated park. We can have a picnic. We can do all types of things. You want to be outside, we can be outside. But it's not going to be somewhere where it's just you and I in the middle of the woods where I'm not doing that. Somebody says he definitely wasn't joking. Then on the actual video, he's leaving her too far behind. To me, that was him, if it's a real video, him going in front to set it up so when she gets there, he can knock her upside the head. You know what I mean? To want to see him again is asking to be sent to the upper room. Well, good luck to her. I hope she makes it to the upper room if that's where she wants to go. I'm not here to stop her from, going to the upper room. Child, God bless her. Somebody, Parisian says this is the behavior of a pick me. Somebody says she's dumb as a doorknob. Eat, Pray, Travel says go see him again so we can get a new Dateline episode. Right? It's gonna be a Netflix special. Somebody said Netflix somewhere in the corner just ready with them cameras. Yeah, documentary on how I went on a hiking date and almost lost my life. It's Nigel says she's currently still dating and defending him on her TikTok page. So why y'all over there arguing with that girl? Her man, her man, her man. Mind your business. Do you have a man? Exactly. I don't, so I'm gonna mind my business. Okay. Date your Killer ma'am. Date him. Go and help him with your passing on, okay? I don't care. Jenny the Good Witch says, I hate when people share their trauma and get us upset and ruin our day to say something dumb like, I kind of want to see him again. Go then and leave us alone. You're not going to upset my day. Your decisions, stupid or otherwise, can never upset my day. Y'all didn't get no serious reaction out of me. This is just common sense coming into play. This is just conversation. I'm not reacting. I'm not a dumbass in the middle of the woods with him. Talking about he gonna kill me. It ain't me, and it will never be me. I ain't going. You get me? So take your emotions out of it. Bumbleclad says she wants to see him again, so this isn't our problem. Period. Mind your business. Why y'all in shorty business? Not too fast. Come out our business. Okay? King K Closet says y'all love them. What? It's a hard no for me. All right. Slim Coca, which is the last comment I'll read. Say at this point, just give Tyrone your cards. Shaking my head. Ooh, Slim Coca said instead of going in the woods and losing your life, just give Tyrone your cards. Put him that $20 every 2 days, and just be cool with it. He don't got a job. He might slap you here and there, but sis, it's better than losing your life in the middle of the woods. Now, mind you, Tyrone's take lives too, so if she happy, I'm happier. If she happy, I'm the happiest of them all. Okay. Good luck to her. Listen, y'all will find me in somebody's comment section being nosy. Okay. Looking all up in your business. I might just read one of your comments. This is not a comment section I want to keep going down because we all are on the same page with she's not making the best decisions for herself and her life. She will become a person that people defend says do not saying not to victim blame. When we start talking about this is all her fault because it was definitely preventable. Now, did he do it? Yes. Could she have prevented it? Yes. How? Just using common sense. And if you didn't learn nothing from this video, and you're not a person that, loves adrenaline and likes dating for adrenaline, dating is not just to have butterflies and bubble guts. It's not just to be, oh my God, I like him so much, girl. It's actually to get to know him. And it's not about his favorite color and his mother trauma, and because you have mother trauma and he got mother trauma, y'all both bonding over the trauma because his mama ain't ish, your mama ain't ish, and you guys are talking and you guys are relating to each other so well. So you're like, I relate to him, he relate to me, we can really be a family, girl. That's a trauma bond. Both of y'all need therapy separately and maybe even together. But definitely, dating, you need to be having conversations to get to know the person. Anyways, you're free to do whatever you want to do. You're an adult, right? Go ahead. Go take a hike with a random guy that you met on TikTok. Who knows? Man, bye.